tey ñi nga xamante ne daf leen féebo woon ñu def nii tey ñu génn féeboole woon ki nga constitution building wax na ko amul benn nguur buy ñëw fii ni mu jox people the constitution that they 100%. It was not the 1997 constitution. It was not the 2020. It's not going to be the 2024. There's always going to be the interest of certain people covered, and there's also going to be the interest of certain people not covered. That's human beings' constitutional building process.
But the balance, man.
No, no perfect constitution, but a constitution that reflects the needs and aspirations of the people.
And there should not be a reason to do anything. You see, that is this. We have adjectives, isn't it? We have what? Good, better, best. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfection is divinity. Yalla rekla. So man should always forget about the word perfection. So that is not in the realm of human beings.
No.
So what we are trying to talk about,
no person can be perfectly perfect, right? But you need a better constitution.
But we have those that are good, we have those that are better. We say let's go for the one that is better.
Yes.
Nobody should be for perfection because that is not there.
And in fact, the better is in the middle, right? So the 2020 draft is in the middle.
Yes, it's better. Let's go for that.
Okay, I take
the pastors and the imams they did not hold that position.
So we need to negotiate with those people. It's easy to negotiate with them.
So you negotiate with those people. You cannot negotiate with the one that.
Okay, bye. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. From next time be jam.
No, bye. Don't go just 2 minutes. Bye.
No. Bye.
2 minutes.
There. Bye.
No. Okay, you don't go 4 minutes. You don't go 4 minutes.
You are investing more time.
2 minutes.
Like even 2 minutes, so I can 5 years time. It's very simple. You see, they Googling don't have a in Marr la position of a to P. Marr Bedoko P. We are not seeing Marr as the government. Marr is working for the civil society. That is civil society. Marr Bedoko is not working for the opposition, is not working for the government, is working for the society.
But that's not being questioned.
No, but listen.
He's making his ground.
Allow me to flow.
Yes.
Allow me to flow, boy. So you see, that is why, like, sometimes you more break on the side. Why do you break aside? Okay, marry below in Jumale. Because for blast of a below a minute. For blast of a below a minute. Because I, Mavoko, Mamma come for UDP, Mamma come for NPP, Mamma come for government. But now Marr is working for the civil society. Is working for the entire Gambian people. And so
is
now
an assumption, or you know that is what he is?
That is my belief, because where he's working.
Look at him and ask him, where are you? Then you move on.
No, Marr is working for.
Okay, Marr, as I said, that's the truth.
Huh?
That is true. I'm fasting. I'm not lying.
Okay, good. Then move on. No, I wanted him to speak on facts, not assume when the person is sitting right here.
No. You know, I'm not going to come. I'm assuming, because nearly I'm not assuming is because Marr Mantra Doko.
Let
me tell you something. Marr, if you don't call a diamond in organization, at the part of Jamal, is part of the government opposition or what? Tell me.
Neutral.
So I'm going to that is completely simple thing. I should believe in that. I should have the trust. Regardless of.
That's not what you manifested.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's go on. Can I time move?
Exactly. Move on.
So what I think now, so Marr is saying, if you don't call them to the society, what is the view of the society? It's very important. You have to look at the view of the society. Society will view humanity. And what is the belief? And what will be the action of the people Milalonko? You are saying this ko wole multi Milalonko. You have to look into this, because you call it the executive. It will like a below some. And that to the parliament, and the parliament do whatever they need to do. And one thing you said, the parliament also have right to do whatever they want to do. Yes, that is true. But now, I want to ask you, the kind of parliament we have in this country, and the kind of executive we have in this country, the decision they will take, is it going to be the interest of the people you are working for? This is what you need to ask, because you are working for the society. The decision they are going to do, if a common can afford, if society like interested, and look at, let's go back to the history. How many things they have been doing, which is not for the interest of the society?
I agree with you on
that. So this is what you need to understand. Whatever your decision you took into that parliament, the majority of the parliament whatever the President Barrow wants individually, that is what the majority will conquer it.
So I mean, it's working on the 2020 draft.
No. I mean, just give me time. I will come.
Okay.
I said, you see, for me, nkafo mole me ala dan kan na bake politiko kono be fem fola at the end of it na yilla ni mako yomal kiyamari ben kitin la. That is my belief. You understand? Either is whatever. At the end of it, it's not about people. So you see, at the end of it, those people will be because after when it was society, take a moment represent. Will decision okay? Will comment beta? I think either they have different views there, but at the end of it, ye government law to put a luan in there. After they can ni kachata. Ila miro moment ya di wala miro input. You also to the parliament. That was the 2020 draft. And the 2020 draft ni kabria sama to the parliament. Who were the people in the parliament? Many along will balanta. And who were the people who made changes in the 2024 draft? We need to ask ourselves.
The same people.
The same people. And now you are telling us, after we rejecting the voice of the people, the voice of the masses, after rejecting that,
we should allow them.
You should allow them to let you make you someone will do.
I didn't say that.
No, that's what you were saying.
No, I didn't say that.
Marr, you are the very one who said that here. You were, I saw that video. The video you made 2020, the video you made,
yes.
I saw it.
Yes.
And then what you said, that is the same thing the same thing you are saying.
Yes, pass
recently.
the constitution with amendments. I'm not saying pass the constitution as it is brought.
No.
I'm not saying pass the 2024 constitution as it is.
You trying to confuse.
No, not confused.
It's about confusing the mind of the people. No. You're confusing the mind of the people.
Okay.
Marr, I want to ask you something. Are you telling me you must have a belief?
Yeah.
You cannot have two beliefs.
Yeah.
You cannot be a Christian and at the same time be a Muslim. You must have a belief.
It's possible.
You must have a belief because belief you either believe in the Bible or you believe in the Quran.
So what's your question to me?
And the question there is where I'm going to go. I mean, now the 2020, you believe in the 2020, and what was in the 2020 is not what is in the 2024. And then one of the key things in the 2024 is about the morality,
leadership, integrity.
Leadership, integrity. That is they butchered and they put it into the interest of the executive.
They removed
because they
removed it completely.
No, wait a minute. I did a special talk on that leadership and integrity. He's laughing.
Yes.
Because it's good to have it in the constitution, but if it's not there, it's still not a problem. Ask me why.
Why?
Because we have existing laws that governs leadership and integrity. That part as well is saying it is complementing other parts of the constitution.
But why is it not? Is it bad?
No, wait a minute.
To have it there.
No, wait a minute. Let me come.
If somebody deletes that because he can delete it, if he has the opportunity of deleting the others, wouldn't he?
Even if that is even if
30 seconds
even if that part is deleted, it's already covered in our Anti-Corruption Act. It is covered in our Anti-Money Laundering Act. It is covered in the Government Code of Conduct and so many other provisions in the Constitution, right? We talk about leadership and integrity and accountability. It is also in our criminal code.
So that begs the question: why bother to delete it?
Wait here, right? I listen to a lot of constitutional experts. I listen to a lot of constitutional experts that falls in different school of thoughts, right? Others are telling you a constitution should not be too prescriptive. It makes it difficult for the judiciary to interpret that. You understand? Now, that leadership and integrity is also too prescriptive. And I explained this in my talk. One of the provision of that leadership and integrity is, if you are found to be dishonest to the state, or you are found to be dishonest, you could be banned for life from public service. So, you already told us the nature of a politician. If I am in power and I put this guy in the Ministry of Health or Finance and he's doing a wonderful job, and I realize that this person is not being loyal to me or is not being honest to me, and I ban him for life. That's what is in the leadership and integrity.
No, it doesn't work like that. No, you are misleading people. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, tell me how
the
it works.
Constitution has a criteria and a requirement, a threshold to fulfill before certain things are invoked.
And tell us what are those?
No, I'm telling you. So you don't, no, allow me. You are making this argument and people outside there, they don't forget. Lolu, the president is to the advantage of the president to use ko. Threshold mo fa nek ak system mo fa nek. So moy wa lolu mom na clear lolu.
What is the threshold?
Yo ya ko asini.
No, you said threshold. You said
anything that is in favor of the present government.
Just clarify that. What is the threshold?
That to mislead people. I'm telling you.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you the process here.
Marr, 1 second.
I don't like this word misleading, but you don't bring in evidence.
No, I have Marr.
That's what you are doing.
No, just tell me the evidence. What is the threshold? You said there's a threshold.
The evidence is very simple.
What is the threshold? What is the legal
The evidence that you are misleading. No. You see, you are claiming two evidences from me. I said you are misleading. And the evidence that the threshold is this is different. You are misleading because if you tell Gambians, wow, Bob Su Amesa, President Munna our point, you are not loyal to him. Does it say loyalty to the state or loyalty to the president? So if you don't clear that, you are misleading people.
Who is there to clear it?
You who
No. You need to understand.
Okay,
You said
you need
to the state, not to the president.
You need to understand constitutional law and the interpretation of the constitution.
Okay, no problem.
Marr,
So no,
Okay,
please.
you will have a chance to clear that.
But because of time, 1 minute.
You want to lie by because you're more sa time.
Wow, dama jël suma time.
No, 1 minute. 1 minute.
30 seconds.
So you see, Mark, come for Jang. As a civil society, always be there for your people. Always be there for the people because that is your.
But have I not been there for the people?
No, I'm not saying you've not been there for the people. I use the word always.
I'm always there for the people.
No, this time you are not.
How?
No, because the people said this and you are saying this.
But where can you back that the people said this?
No, but there was, and look, Marr, you were part of civil society. There was a survey, and I believe you being a person working in the civil society, you should believe in some of these survey data.
Yeah.
What
does the survey say?
No, because you yourself normally do some surveys.
What does the survey say?
No, this is 70%. 70%.
Yes.
Over 70% of
Once a new constitution.
Once a new constitution.
Once a new constitution.
No. Once a new constitution.
Once a new constitution. That's what you said.
Not specifically
Not
which one.
specifically.
Yes, there's no specific. I was part of that.
I am representing that view. That 70% of the people want a new constitution.
And that's what he said. We need a constitution.
Yes.
We need a constitution.
So don't tell me that I've not been there for the people.
Marr, if 70% of the people say we need new constitution,
Yeah.
but it's not the better one.
But
But the people did not say which one.
Okay, it's not the better one. For me,
According to the survey.
But now, let's forget about now they said the only one new constitution. Fine, right?
No. You see, you are misleading the public. This is not the purpose of the platform.
no.
The people say they need the constitution, a new constitution, but a constitution where they have a say. How do people choose if they don't have a say? They chose because we have a constitution that is existing, which is the 1997 constitution. That's what we are talking about. Now, the 1997 constitution is already there. That is the old constitution. Allow me, isn't it?
Right.
Now, if you're talking about the new constitution, it's the constitution that they have been consulted about.
Marr, if you want to be fair to them,
You know surveys and you know the methodology. You know about methodologies here. So do not manipulate the methodology. Go ahead.
Whatever.
You see, now,
Let them follow Jang.
30 seconds, and then I
No
problem. You know, Marr. Marr, it's very simple. So, you see, Molu left tele, but Molu left at Fename Alonco, Wolemu, ila Sulot. And do, cooking, Membele Sona Walla, Walla Yunduko, B, it is a society colon. According to Malako, the large number of Gambian people be elected men Wolemu the 2021. 2020 draft. Molu left a Walla. Gambian ko Jamal left a Walla. So now Gambian ko Jamal left a Walla. That is what should be your voice. That is what should be your advocacy.
No.
So wait, 1 minute. Marr, you did an opinion polls on Facebook about the two constitutions, right?
Yes.
Right. So 2020 draft, 2024 draft, and 99. What was the outcome?
Well, I think it says 2024 with amendments 1997, right? And 2020, right? We have majority that voted for the 2020, right?
So that was the top, the 2020.
Yeah,
So after doing that, what was the purpose of that survey?
Yeah, to just screen what the feelings of the people are.
So now you know the feeling of the people, and now you want people to do something.
No, but that's Facebook. You know, my mom and my grandma.
No. Simon, allow me. No, Simon. The same survey, Afro-Barometer said, majority of Gambians think that the president or the country is not going in the right direction. How would those people say that and still support what the president?
My final thing.
But the same survey says...
So please, that's not what the people want.
No, I agree. I know that people want the
political
2020 draft.
parties and political leaders are not committed in constitutional reform, and that's what is also
fine.
manifesting. Do you agree with that?
If that's what the survey says, why would I agree? So the survey says something, you don't have to agree.
You're behaving like Calibo today.
Okay, sorry. Let me keep
He's
quiet.
depending 997 constitution. That has his position. So let's go ahead.
Provoking, Mario.
Reality. I think Mr. Bojang, that's his
You're
position.
provoking. Okay.
He doesn't want 2029 and 2020.
No.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
So, Marr, my last point, you say, Eko be abete momento is Ousainou Darboe and President Barrow, right? Ousainou Darboe and President Barrow. But Ousainou Darboe last time, I mean, from 2020, I will make it very clear. Comme more lefon, it can represent. Ousainou ko lefon. So why Ousainou, better la balanda? Ousainou mon balat. Ousainou Memphis is very clear. And the UDP position mentor from 2020 up to now. Because one thing I hear from you, the position you took in 2020, the same position is where you are. So, but I am telling you also, the position Ousainou took in 2020, the same position Ousainou Bulu.
No, that was not his position.
Okay.
Yeah, his position, he supported 2020.
Okay.
Yes, that was his position. So 2024, he does not support it. So
No, what I'm asking you, let me ask, what I'm telling you, the position I mentor about the constitutional code better. Because Gambian call la constitution I will tell.
You cannot sit here and then tell me that politicians want a constitution that is for the people. You've been here 2020. During the 2020 CRC consultation, the UDP and NPP, or the UDP and then other political parties, made it clear to the CRC that the government does not subvent political party, and as a result, they should not subject political parties to publish their audited financial reports.
Yeah.
Political financing, they don't want transparency in there. And that is in the 20, they put that position, the 2020 they rejected it. 2024 they remove it. So that serves the purpose of UDP and NPP. So you cannot tell, the people want, they said oppositions are government in waiting. People want government transparency, but then we also want campaign financing transparency to all political parties. So you cannot tell me here they want the constitution of the people. There are interests that have been embedded, which are against the interests of the people.
The people demanded that.
The people demanded campaign finance.
So the difference is, Marr, the difference is with that in the 2020 draft, it was still what the people wanted. You see, I attended a few consultations.
When you guys tell me people, you need to qualify
Marr,
the percentage of people.
Marr, forget about the percentage. This is representative. This is representative sampling. Sonko, wait. No, just 1 minute. This is representative sampling.
20 seconds.
What is important is that the 2020 draft was inclusive and absolutely consultative. Percentage doesn't matter, but the length and breadth of this country was taught, and people were talked to, and then outside, people were talked to, and then they build a consensus that these clauses, these sections, and that's what we want in a constitution. So
No, the people didn't say that.
that's what they said.
No. The issue of marriage. The issue of marriage. The issue of marriage.
That's the few percentage. No, the issue of marriage becomes the few percentage disagreements after the constitution is built based on language. You see, sometimes it's not.
There are two processes.
Sometimes
the draft was prepared and it was given to the people. The people said that part has to be clear. It wasn't clear in the 2020.
So that's what I'm saying, because it's the language, but it's not the technicality of the constitution. It's the language.
That's what I'm.
People do not understand the language, but however,
the people
Marr,
unilaterally.
Okay, Naka, say, Bayo, we need to close because you know Marr is fasting. We need to close.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, Bayo.
Marr, you are talking about,
It's Kevin.
We're talking about 1997. We talk about 2020, and now we're talking about 2024. And in the 1997, we all seen it. It's a bad one. That's our belief. And Niajibe right now, the powers of the executive there. This is one of the things people are saying that constitution is bad. But now the same powers about the executive. The same powers is what is in the 2024. And you know very well.
No. They're not.
What is that?
They're not.
What is that?
No. They're not.
What is that?
In the 1997, not all. They are not.
No. It's in fact was in the 2024, Marr.
How?
Okay, we'll take that up another time.
Okay. No, it was. Especially okay. There are things that the constitution is silent on in the 1997. It's absolute in the 2024. Right? Let's say, for example, nomination of National Assembly members, and then recalling them. If the president dies, exactly. If the president dies, the vice president continues. So those are all clauses that are not even that absolute in the 1997, man.
Okay.
And those are the most problematic. Okay. Okay.
It's good that we are having this conversation. And
No, we should start with this one, even.
You didn't tell me what to start.
No, it's good that we are having this conversation, and I think we need to clarify. And my brother Bio, the people I know what is at stake, not to get constitutional reform. It's not even at the advantage of the opposition. Right now, we are the one that have something to lose. You have something to lose. I have something to lose. The bottom doesn't have anything to lose, because if we don't achieve this constitutional reform, what continues? The 1997 constitution, the same powers that you were talking about, is at their advantage. It will continue, it's going to be there.
No.
So,
Nobody is supposed to respond. Just listen.
No, this is closing remark.
It's not necessary to have a check or
closing remark. We
response.
can have Marr again.
The risk, let me tell you.
Is talking about that 50%.
No, this is closing remark.
No, I'm not talking about the 50 clause.
No, the closing
So
remark.
the risk of our rigidity in the way we approach this is the executive power monopoly continues. They still have access to parliament. All of these things that you were saying, in our position paper, we did mention that, no, the executive should not have power to influencing who should be in parliament and remove them at any time. So we have based this on facts and recommendations. So we are not saying pass this constitution as it is. We have given recommendations, right? And then the other thing here is, what are we risking here? Do we risk abolishing this constitutional reform process and then continue with the 1997 constitution? Let's do the if analysis here. If the NPP government, be Barrow or anyone, is voted into power, that constitution is going to continue in the next 5 years. We have to wait until another government comes. If another government comes, what guarantees do we have they're going to give us back the 2020 draft constitution? It's still the people to decide. 53% of the population gave them that legitimacy in 2021, right? If that continues,
53, fake 53.
If that continues, what are we risking here?
You see, Mark, and when you talk and look at Bio, he will think you're talking to him and he will be compelled to respond. Talk to the people. Do some closing remarks.
They're not biased about it.
No,
talk to the people. Don't talk to Bio. Talk to the people.
You know, the stakes are very, very high. Not achieving constitutional reform. You understand, right? Are we okay to go with the 1997 constitution? I'm sure none of you want that except Bojang.
Don't mind him. He's saying what he wants.
Right? So we all do not want the 1997 constitution to continue. But what do we want to continue? We want the 2020 draft to come, but we still want the 2020 draft to come to parliament with amendments. We want this 2024 draft to come, but we still want that 2024 draft to come with amendments. You understand? In either way, if it comes to parliament, the constitution is going to be amended. Unfortunately, that is the reality. And that's the reason why we are saying there should be consensus building. If President Adama Barrow and Ousainou Darboe sit and discuss and build consensus, we can have a constitution that is better than the 1997, the 1970, the 2020, and even this 2024 draft. It's possible. And that is the line of advocacy that we are actually taking. Now we all here talking, Teo Elek, you reject, majority of you say we reject this constitution, you reject it. Now we go with the 1997 constitution. And tomorrow, kufi nyo pini, yo samasi, yo mamala yarsi advocacy. Ganyo nga naman President Mini, President Minele. Isn't the constitution, that's the constitution that you defended. You defended that 1997 constitution. You rejected constitutional reform. That's how I actually perceive it. So that has been our position. And that's the reason why, before coming out, we did work. Look at the 2020 and look at the 2024 and make recommendations. And I really encourage people to go on our website. It is a very bulky document. It's 91 pages. A lot of information are there to see what we have done. So I'm not going to accept that I am defending the 2024 draft. No, I'm not doing that. Since 2020, we've been saying we want to achieve constitutional reform. So that is my position, and that has ever been my position. And you've rightly mentioned it. I don't represent the government. I don't represent the UDP. I don't represent any political party. I represent the people. That's 67% that you were talking about. They want a new constitution.
And maybe donors also.
With donors. No, you see, this is the mistake that people make. In 2020, when we were doing this work, there was not a single donor that gave us money to do this.
Yeah, I agree to that one.
So you see, this is the mistake that a lot of people make, and they say donor. They don't know what we do. Sometimes we wait a minute.
This one.
How are you funded? Wait a minute.
What about this one?
I need to make this clarification. You see, this is dari julit kenn du ko yak. People sit and then dari nit salawa. People sit and then make this unbelievable statement and say we represent the donor stance.
Yeah.
Do you know the debates that we go with donors to say, even if they are giving us money, we say we are not going to agree to certain, we say that we want this, and that's what we want, that's what we're going to do. You bring your proposal, and people need to understand how civil society works. You know that more than I do. You bring your proposal and say, this is what I want to do, the donor gives you money, and then you do what you want to do. So the donor doesn't come to you and they say, I want you to do this. And give you money and say, go ahead and then do that.
It's very good that has been mentioned, and you have.
No. That's a debate of his
No. I'm not allowing it.
I'm just. I even say I said maybe.
We have supported a lot of civil society in this country. We have supported a lot of media organizations and journalists from our own money, not donor money, to do this work because we want something for this country. So people make this miscalculated concept, and I think it's fine. You can actually make this.
Do you publish your reports?
What?
Do you publish
our
your
reports are always go on our website.
No, I mean your financial, your budget, and so on.
Go on our website. It's actually there.
Okay.
We are also audited. Okay. We external professional audits. We don't have any audit backlog since we established to date.
Okay.
So we are not your bojo civil society or your bojo political party.
They are not the hot. So like no, please.
Yeah,
Like Sai was saying.
We will have another debate for that.
You are not